Howdy folks, welcome back to the White Silence custom scenario. We're playing SnowRunner, as usual. Picking up where we left off, although in between videos I had to exit clear to the desktop and reload the game in order to get the mouse to move the camera. Stupid little stuff like that. I hate buggy games. But let's get to it. I have not even looked at what's next, other than I did page through all the games, or all the games, all the jobs that are left, all the contracts that are left, but I don't remember which one was next. So we'll go see together. Relics, 3 service spare parts. Take the boxes to the house. What boxes to what house? We need to hand them over to the detachment. They know what to do with them. Try to see what's in there out of the corner of your eye, and if possible. All right, let's activate and figure out where we get 3 service spare parts. I know truck with crane is necessary. I know there are service spare parts spread around the map, just placed in holes or whatever. Um, we saw one the other day when we did this job, and then the hole opened up. It had a box in it, a crate. So we're not going to use this truck, most likely. See, there's the crate over there. And this one's not the hole. The one over here by the by the evacuator, the Azov, that's a hole, and there is a crate in the bottom of it. So maybe we'll do this one with the evacuator. Grab the 3rd crate with the Kraz Chabors and grab the other 2 with this thing, perhaps. We'll see. Um, oh, this doesn't have a crane. Imagine that. Alright, well, we'll use this to mark the map where we need to pick up a box with a crane. Equipment, that's actually doesn't need to be there. I could get rid of it. Sand doesn't need to be there. Kenny probably has a crane. It can carry 2. I could actually mount a trailer to put all 3 of them on. If I pulled around an M747 behind me. Let's see where they are. We know there's one by the Kraz Chabors. There's one by this Azov. And I saw another one the other day doing another job. And there was a crate like just laying in one of these big potholes or whatever it was. I don't remember. Was it out in the middle of this field? Oh, God, I don't remember. Suppose if I wanted to, I could reference the video I already made, but and they're not going to tell you. Where's it delivered to? Maximich's house. Alright, well, let's grab the one with the Kraz Chabors that we can. And then I'll switch to the Kenny. Maybe, or maybe I'll just drive this down there. Oh, I can't reach it with this. No, not like that. I'd have to get closer. I thought maybe I could just reach it. But I gotta get closer. So we'll get closer. That's in there a long ways, ain't it? Oh, we got her. Doing 3 functions at once. There she is. And by all rights, I should be able to put one more on. So the other crate is back down the way we came in. There very well might be one down in the bottom of this big hole. Maybe that's where I saw the other one. In the bottom of that hole, or bottom of this hole. Looks like there is something in there. We'll try out that one. Where was that, Kenny? That's a Duramus. Oh, it doesn't matter. I just gotta drive. Gotta drive, gotta drive, gotta drive. We'll come down this road to where the Azov is. Helicopter. Air helicopters. Looks like one wrecked, one functioning. Let's take a peek down the bottom of this big hole. Oh, you remember a couple videos back I said that big hole in the ground looked like a mass grave? Yeah, we have a job for a mass grave coming up. I'm just looking about. I know there was something up here. Is that it out in the middle of the river? No, that's not what I was seeing. On the map, I could see something in the water. It's supposed to be something there, but that's not it. There, right there. We've got a job to pick up a container. I bet that's it. I was thinking it was way up here, but it's way down there. It's on a completely different part of the river. So we'll get out of here. We're off to see the Azov. I'm not going to move that Dramus unless I need it. Maybe I'll have reason to hop in it and do something up there with it. I don't think there's any more logging jobs. But I could put different equipment on it with the Dev Tools menu. I see something that we could have a little fun with. What? It's still in front of me? I wanted to just see it sail, see it fly. Oh well, we'll just run over it and keep going then. I was hoping I could boot it, sail it through the air. Let me check how I'm getting to that as of. Okay, well, how about right straight ahead? And I know I have a few new subscribers lately. Welcome to the channel, for one. And two, if you're wondering how I can knock trees over, I have a mod for that. It's called Trees Dawn. And it only works as a manual installation on a PC. Good parking brake, look at that. Right on the money. Try and get the camera around over here. I hate it that going to crane screws up your camera. Anyways, let's see if we can extend far enough. We got the dot. There she is. Could load this in that other truck, but why? Let's knock the tree over. Courtesy of the Trees Dawn mod. There she is. 4 units on a 4-unit trailer. See how that works real nice? Works like it's supposed to work. Didn't have the metal, I could pick up the other one, but shit, I could just carry it on the crane. If I'm able to find the other one. I'm going to check down here. I'm going to go down the side of the mountain and over to here. I don't know if it's there or not, but we're certainly going to find out. I should have backed the other way. I'm going to go right through that little saddle in front of me. There ain't a second one down there, is there? Nope. I know I saw a crate somewhere, another crate somewhere, and at the time didn't know what it was for, but I can't remember now. Hold on. These won't work right until I put them out in front of me. We'll go up and over. That's no big deal. See, no big deal. Ha ha! Look what's down there. The Kraz needs a second to go back on its wheels, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oops. Put the caps lock on. Oops. This way. It should be straight when I straighten the trailer out. Oops, we got to get out of that. Okay, we don't have to do any packed cargo or anything this time. We just have to see where we're going. Not a bad call on finding it there. Well, we need to come around and then just go across the river. And where did this... Oh yeah, Maximich's house. Actually, we could go around the left side. Just as easy, but I like to go through these populated places. You know, there's a trailer there, there's some other shit over next to it. See what that stuff is all about. Of course, I don't know yet what we're going to need the special trailer for. The special cargo. So I'll deliver 2 of these, and then I'll pack the 3rd one and deliver it. If anybody hadn't already figured that out. I cut it hard there so I'd be close enough to the waypoint to delete it, to get rid of it. Make it go away. I don't know why I put waypoints down. I know this route. No, leave the camera there. Move the mouse. Repair and refuel. I had very little suspension left. So I'm going to come out here now. I'm going to do that. Away she goes. Not that. Camera. All right. Actually, so that was equivalent to like 4th gear. I could get 5th gear out of it and get a little more speed. If I can get it up to 5th gear with all the obstacles. Weehaw! See, I bet I could circle this thing in less than 4 minutes with the Kraz. Get the gold. I think I want to use the Hooligan just because it's the Hooligan. Now through here I'll hit high gear. So it's not constantly shifting gears through this. It'll just run. Much quicker than letting it shift up and down all the time. I don't know if we can go down that middle road there in the village and get to Maximix's house or not, but I think we can get to it out here. Might not be the way you're supposed to do it, but it's a way you can do it. Right there. Nailed it. All right. Let's do some cargo management. That thing has a container we can pick up. Now, extend, release, escape, go back in, restore crane, and unpack pack. Get out of that, go back to cargo management, and there's the third one. Yay! Half hour in. You, see, I looked into the cases. There are no documents. There are two skeletons in a box in tunics, and their hands are tied. Damn, 6 skeletons. They were buried alive. Whatever. Yeah. Well, USSR did shit like that back then when it was still the USSR. What's next? I may not do the next job right now, but go to the old temple to Procopius. With a Russian accent, it's like Procopia. I don't know. I ain't gonna do that. We will tell us. He will tell us what to do in the next situation. I have some strange premonition. Can you tell who? You will tell. Okay, whatever. His shit doesn't make any sense. Um, but it looks like our get there at any cost is right here. I'm gonna leave this truck here and go get the special thing in the garage. Ooh, look at that. Pretty blue paint job that we're gonna get all muddy. And I chose to go open air this time. But I will be right back. Alrighty. That's like right there. Oops. Don't need the lights. But we do need to just sit back and admire this for a moment. Okay. Long enough moment. This is a different transmission than I would normally put in here. This is supposedly more of a trail spec transmission, and it does the slow thing, slow trail runner thing, until you put it in high gear. And supposedly in high, if I were to shift it into high gear, oh, I see it's got a fine-tuned transmission. If I were to shift it into high gear, it supposedly takes off and flies then. But I don't know. I haven't run it anywhere before. But that is done. And now, 3 service spare parts to mass grave. How much do you want to bet we have to find them again? I think we're gonna spend a few minutes doing race. But before I get there, I'd like to, open up this thing and see what it does. Oh yeah, in high it takes off like a raped ape. Woohoo-wee! Oh man, what was that shit? This suspension is the tow and haul suspension. They have trail runner spec suspensions that are taller, but and might have handled that mud hole better, but they also stick the nose of the truck way up in the air and let the ass end sag down. I don't like that look. Sit level or sit a little high in the ass, not high in the nose. I know that I'm looking at it before. If you go here and here, it'll show you where everything is. So you can go either way, I guess. Should I circle it left like NASCAR? I don't think so. I don't know. Well, let's see. Yeah, you do have to hit all of them. But it's still just going around the loop. Can't see how it'd be all that much trouble.
Handle, please. Handle, please.
Afternoon, so we got lots of light. Except you don't have to be inside or nothing, so let's go. Just hit high gear. I think the hardest thing to do is going to be to keep it on the road in high gear. Holy balls. I think I like the other transmission better. The one I would normally have in here. Gives you more control while still being able to cruise right along. think the Kraz Chabors would be beating this thing right now. If I ever had a co-player, we could test out that theory. I think my normal 6-speed transmission for this would have a higher top end. Let's see what it does in fourth. This is third, there's fourth. No. That's not good. Usually don't bother with these challenges, or I'll do a separate video that is nothing but challenges. But this was a handy little thing. I could go right from the one job to this. There's 3 more out there somewhere. There's one. I should try it with a Kraz Chabors and see if I can beat the time. You can do these as often as you want. And I certainly have enough video left to do it again. I got that Kraz sitting out by the gate, the gateway. I could just recover to the garage and whoa! Almost missed that guy. We recovered to the garage and then take it out on the course here. Oh, what was that? I managed to counter steer for it, but holy crap. That was, we're gonna throw you a loop. Whee! We're gonna throw you a loop and see how you handle it. Is it saying that I did, took me 401? Huh. When I looked up there once, it was only 2 and 210. Woo-wee! Let's do some shitties. Do some donuts, man. Weehaw. What if we take, oops, take all-wheel drive off. There, that's the right button. No all-wheel drive. I'll burn some shitties out here. It's bulldozing the front end. instead of the back end coming around. I like for the front end to grab and then the back end to just drift. But it's not going to do that. I'm playing. Different transmission. Four-wheel drive back on. Let's see how fast this one goes in 6th gear. I bet I could run this thing faster with this transmission. We're only at 41 minutes. There she is. Make sure it's fully repaired. And away we go. Whoa, doggy. Kind of hard to control. But I haven't worked on the steering. That would be a thing where I'd have to go work on the steering. I suppose I could cut across the field, go straight across to the next point. But the point's actually on the road, so look at her go. She's definitely going faster in this with this transmission. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm trying to control the drift without losing too much speed. Woo, 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 woo. Bicycling. Oh no, oh no. Woo. Should have slowed down for that. Yeehaw! Look at her go! Fucking Bronco. Minute 23 and I'm rounding the bottom. But I'm also wiping out. Need some water. It should be a good speed run here. I put the brakes on before it had a chance to splash through the puddle, so it wouldn't do the go clear sideways thing. This thing is hauling ass. I'd like to see a real speedometer on the screen. Okay, 2.5. I got 2 left. This is going to be a faster run, even with all the bullshit. By bullshit, I mean the having to get it back on the road when it goes sideways, when it doesn't go where I want it to. It's still going to be a quicker run. I'm steering the fuck out of this thing. Yeehaw! 316, baby. I think that deserves a couple shitties out in the field. keep it going until it gets into a higher gear. Fourth, it's the back end ain't coming around. I want the back end to come around. Ah, you lame, you lame. Not gonna do it. We'll park her here. If you can get that mod, highly recommend it. You know what? Should I take the crane off? Lighten it up? We rarely see this thing without the crane. Rarely. Bare naked. No extra weight to take off speed. Does anybody remember what my second time was? It wasn't 341 or something? I wonder because I'll see if we can beat it with this thing. I don't know, man. That hooligan was hauling ass. Stage it deep. I'm just having fun. Hell with jobs. I had a rolling start on that second one. That could be the difference. Ouch! Dang, man. Damn near got a broken suspension already. $1,112 damage I just fixed. Things all over the place, man. The truck took itself out there, so it wanted to spin that way, so I just went with it. Yeehaw! Only dropped to third for the corner. Taking horrible damage. Ha 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 ha! 214. Beat that, mofos. Hee-ha! I don't know if this thing will do any shitties in the field or not, but it sure hauls ass. Let's get the speed up first. Now this ain't a good place for it. Whoops. Accidentally threw it in reverse. I think it's all it's gonna do is bog the thing down and want a downshift. It's just got too much traction to start spinning the ass. You'd have to have it full speed 5th gear and crank the wheel. I see the mud's bogging it down too much. See what we can do here. No, see, it just slows down, shifts. It won't keep its speed up in a hard turn. Slowly gaining speed. It's 4th. If it'll hit 5th. Nah, it's not gonna do it. Boing! Alright. Let's take it over the top. There we are. The winner. What was it? 214? I don't even remember, you know. Alright. Now we're at 54 minutes and it's a whole video. I don't know about you guys, but I had fun. I know I got a couple guys playing this map. See if you can beat my time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.